as their guys will do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This is Lewis. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A first down carry by Elliott. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, 47.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Off the play fake, Mariota going up top. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Go, get out there. Good. 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Brian Orakpo in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The toss, Lewis. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now they'll run with Lewis. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for him. And got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mariota gives to Henry. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it works for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here you go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
46.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The pitch to Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
47, 26.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jurrell Casey. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Jackson. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And the Titans getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mariota on 1st down. Going deep for Walker. incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, now he bowls him over. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And some room to maneuver. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A give to Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
A second down throw for Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point safely through, and the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play, Mariota to Davis, 44 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. This is Lewis, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Lewis. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
From the gun, Mariota. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go, 48. Here we go, 47, 46.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Always got some breathing room. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go, 46. Right there, over here. Right there. Here we go, 47.
Prescott on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go, 46.
1st down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. big target, guy you can spot pretty easily, put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47, 47, 46.
Prescott off play action. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Gun. 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out on the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
26.
Here's Elliott. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
1, 3.
Back to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Let's go. Let's finish now. Get out. Ready, finish.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now another timeout here called by the Titans as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Well, Prescott here to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 46. Here you go. 26.
Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cowboys, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.